An image of hope in a sea of despair. One child is pulled alive from the rubble in the city of Dujinyang. It's one of the hardest hit areas from the strongest quake China has seen in decades. Brave rescue workers risk their own lives to find survivors, wedging themselves under crumbling buildings in a desperate race against time. This woman calls out for her loved one, hoping for any response. Other families are already dealing with the worst news possible. This row of bodies is outside a school. All the parents can do now is grieve. The first pictures have emerged of the terrifying moment when the earthquake struck. This airport stayed up, but many hospitals were destroyed. Those still standing are seriously overcrowded. One woman sings to her injured child while waiting to see a doctor. Rescuers have already worked through the night and now face a new challenge: rain. They still sift through the rubble, but the bodies are piling up quicker than they can move them. The death toll is already more than 12,000, but thousands more are still trapped. Some were stuck in the most precarious situation: a cable car strung across a deep valley. The Chinese government has responded quickly with emergency troops sent into the worst-hit areas and round-the-clock medical stations set up. Even Premier Wen Jiabao himself immediately visited Chengdu, a city of 10 million people just 90 kilometres from the epicentre.
I've asked them how many people have a hope of living. So long as there's a glimmer of hope, we will make every effort. We will not rest.
The size of the rescue and rebuilding job ahead is more than anyone in China has ever seen. Even for those trained to deal with trauma, the extent of the devastation is too much to bear. Many here are wondering where they'll find the strength to pick up the pieces. Hundreds of thousands are now homeless, and many have little food to survive.
There is not much aid here. I only had some soup since last night.
Remarkable tales of survival are also emerging. A landslide stopped this bus in its tracks, but most on board walked away. Many of them may find their homes are now rubble, but at least they're alive. Dan Nolan, Al Jazeera.